All right, so welcome to episode 1, Sexually Spiritual. I am, of course, yours truly, Paige Diamond. Hey, Rhea, what's going on, doll? I see you. And I am really anxious, actually. It's been a long time coming. I've been doing Blabs as a co-host for about, let's say 4 or 5 months now. I don't even know when me and Lex started. But I've been doing it as a co-host, but being a co-host, of course, you actually do want to make sure that you're able to, you want to be able to make sure that you can, also bring, of course, your own element, your things. And I got asked a lot, like, okay, when are you going to do your own Blab? And I was like, I have no fucking clue. So I decided, in spirit of Valentine's Day week, I'll go ahead and I'll jump off today. Sexually Spiritual tends to be a bit controversial when people see it, because but it also raises eyebrows, because it's kind of like, okay, well, how are those two interlocked? How are they even in sync? You know what I mean? So what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a platform where grown folks can have open, honest dialogue to bridge the gap between the sexual and the spiritual, as well as bridge the gap between the sexes, men and women. Now this is not only just for heterosexual people, this is for everybody. You know what I mean? We want to make sure that, this is a safe place for everybody to feel and express themselves, but also to learn something. So my position as a sex coach is really to impart, the things that I have learned, the things that I know, the strategies, the tips, the techniques that I know onto you, and help you unlock some of those deep passageways that you may have barricaded going on there that prevents you from actually delving deeper to taking your sex life to another level. See, what happens is boredom seeps in. And the reason boredom seeps in your bedroom is simply because of the fact that you have not changed your posture in the way that you actually have sex. And what I mean by that is that, and I mentioned this on the show Tuesday, some of y'all been having sex the same way as just 15 years old or 14 years old, or whenever you start having sex, right? Same way, in a sense. You very, very few of us, without being challenged in some type of way, actually, try to challenge the perception that we have of sex, or try to go ahead and say, okay, well, I want to delve deeper, I want to go deeper and see where I can go with this, and that's what I'm here for. Is there a cure for premature ejaculation? There are exercises that you can do. Good question, Allie. There are various exercises that you can do to help with premature ejaculation. Actually, matter of fact, Alice, what you can do is this, and I'll put this in the chat right now, off rip. If you go to my website, PaigeDiamond.com, when you join my list, you get a free ebook called the Sensual Playbook. In the Sensual Playbook, it gives you the whole outline of how you do Kegels. Kegels will help you with that, okay? Because what it is it's basically a combination of a couple of things, honestly. But one of the main key things with premature ejaculation is, your pelvic floor is weak. So we have to strengthen that, okay? And that way you'll be able to not only, have longer, stronger erections, but you also be able to prolong or delay the ejaculation, which is something that you want. You have to be a student of your body. You know what I mean? And sometimes we just take things for granted, like an ejaculation, like being able to, for our vaginas to be wet. We take those things for granted because it always did it, right? So when it stops doing it, then you're in a panic, you're in a crisis, and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, so what's wrong? Well, you have to study your body. Being a sexual intellectual, what I always like to call, my tribe, you'll see that if you join a newsletter, I call you sexual intellectuals. Being part of that movement and being part of what I call the Sexual Intellectual Society, is all about you really being a student of sexuality. See, I may be a sexpert, but I want you to be your own sexpert on your own life. I don't want you depending on Paige. I want you creating shit and emailing me and saying, hey, Paige, look, I tried this, and, I want to let you know my experience. That's what I wanted. I want to hear that. I want to hear that feedback. I want you to be a creator in your bedroom. All right. And please feel free. The chat is open for questions. Caddy Wampus, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't speak with you. Greg, welcome. Andre, what's going on, love? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And definitely share, on Facebook if you're not scared, as well as tweet for your people to come through, because we're about to get into the meat of the situation. Little disclaimer here, okay? As I said before everyone started to roll in, is this: the seat is open, okay? I would I welcome you to sit in that seat. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can't sit in that seat and not be real. Authenticity, transparency is very much so required if you take a seat. That's my only rule. You have to be honest. If you're not able to be honest and transparent, authentically you, I don't care what it is, what you're into. If you're not able to do that, you can't take a seat in here. That's my only rule. Okay? So outside of that, let's go ahead and I want to get a little bit into the main course, I guess you can say, right? Basically, I want to talk about the components of having great, hot, dope-ass sex. I'm going to repeat that again. The components of having great, hot, dope-ass sex. Dope is one of my words. You'll learn that. But I want to address that because for most of us, we just kind of have an understanding or we've had experience that, you know, either great sex happens or it just doesn't. And we just kind of leave it at that. We don't become creative in the sense of our bedroom to where we go ahead and say, okay, you know what? There's a formula to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to increase my rate of greatness. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just let it be happenstance and leave it up to, you know, whatever may just happen. No, you know, that's part of being, you know, being a student of sexuality. You want to basically take where you are right now and you want to expand on it. You want to go ahead and take it somewhere other than where you've been before. And part of that has to do with a lot of, you know, fearlessness. You have to have courage in order to do that. What it is this. Let's just be honest for a second, right? Change is uncomfortable like a motherfucker, right? And I do curse, FYI, when I feel like it. So just letting you know that now. But change is uncomfortable, right? So when we are dealing with something that is, you know, we are comfortable, right? We're comfortable with how we have sex. We're comfortable with our partner. We're comfortable with, you know, just the regular idea that we have of what sexuality is. We're comfortable with that. When something comes and shakes up your world and shakes up, you know, the experience that you're having in your bedroom, whether that be children, I hear that a lot. I don't have any children, but children really wreak havoc on a sex life. Because now, you know, it's not just you two there. You know what I mean? Now you got to make sure you got to include different devices and different measures in order to be able to still kind of have a sex life, but at the same time be able to not lose the focus of the fact that you now are, you know, parents. You have another responsibility here. It's just not all about the bedroom. And welcome, Shannon. What's going on, love? You know, that is the whole thing. So how do you deal with stuff like that, right? It's like a monkey wrench thrown in, right? How do you deal with that? So what I want to do for you, and this is what I'll be doing on every sexually spiritual episode, I want to help you navigate through those challenges. What it is that now you got something foreign thrown in, right? We used to be able to have sex as many times a day you want to, whenever you want to, wherever you want to, all that, right? Now you have a little one. That little one is throwing shade into your sex game, right? Now you got to be quiet, or maybe you don't go and you don't have none for a while, or, you know, you got all these things going on. Same thing happens with life. Let's say your schedule changed. You have two mismatched schedules, you know what I mean? Or you are not feeling as confident. You know, you put on some pounds. You know, you don't feel sexy or attractive anymore. You have all these different things that can really put a damper on your actual sex drive, your creativity, how you experience sex. It's also going to really, really, really take away from the time you put into, you know, preparing for sex, you know, that foreplay. And foreplay, it starts way before the bedroom, way before the bedroom. Foreplay, in my opinion, should start 3 days prior to it going down, depending on if you know, have that much gapping in between your sex. I don't know what y'all do over there, but well, my point is that it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. That's my whole point. CJ, you laughing at me? I'm just saying it's a slow burn, you know? So when you start to look at foreplay in that way, right? Like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to set the mood. I'm going to start with the mind first, and then I'm going to work my way on down. Then what you do is you create an anticipation, a longing, a wanting, a craving dynamic that builds up. What sexually spiritual is really about is harnessing sexual energy. We all have sexual energy. You love foreplay. Who doesn't? I mean, now if you don't, please put a 69 in the chat if you don't like foreplay, because I want to see these unicorns that don't like foreplay, because I haven't met someone yet that does not like foreplay, unless they're always the only person giving foreplay and not receiving. Then I can understand it. But if that is not the case, they out here. So CJ, you've come across partners that were not really into foreplay, really? Now let's address that. Let's tackle that, right? Because that is a roadblock, right? Because you definitely want to make sure that you start to look at these small little things when you're dealing with interacting with a partner. Okay, absolutely, they're unicorns. It happens, but then you have to think about, okay, well, what causes someone to not want the energetic, the mental, the emotional, the I guess you can say the other layers prior to the physical? What prevents someone from wanting to have that type of intimacy, interaction, and that type of stimulation? And what you'll find is this, okay? When individuals are not open to foreplay, what it is they're not open to surrender. They're still wanting to hold on to something. They're still trying to have control over something. So when you are in a pleaser, for example, if you're a pleaser and you're coming into the bedroom and you're like, you know what, I want to show you gratitude by way of, how I touch you, how I speak to you, how I, dress, or how I maintain my body, my hygiene, whether I'm shaved or unshaved, or if you put a little afro puff down there, whatever you want to do that turns them on. You're all about pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about the afro puff. Don't act like that. The forest, right? See, the forest, the taco meat. We can go on and on and on about this. I got jokes for days when it come down to that, But my point is, you do whatever it is because you're trying to set the mood, right? But you have a partner that's blocking you. They don't want anything to do with it. It's like, just let's just have sex. What it is that those other layers, you feel what I'm saying? We're talking about sensuality. That's what we're talking about. That foreplay is a part of sensuality. So when you have a person that is not willing and to engage with you, on a sensual level, but they want to have sex. Hey, Gio, what's going on? My peoples is in the building. Sexual intellectuals are coming through. Y'all making me smile. I have to say that. I'm just blushing. All right, seriously though. But are you chilling? I know you chilling over there. So, when you have someone that doesn't want to engage with you in that way, then the first thing that you should understand is that there is a blockage, energy blockage. Now, what happens when someone has an energy blockage is that they become very guarded, meaning that they're not allowing themselves to take off their cool, is what I like to call it, in the bedroom. If you're not willing to take off your cool in the bedroom, then what you're doing is you are putting a cap on your pleasure. You're saying, I only want to be satisfied to this level. Even though I could be way up here, I'm only willing to go right here. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm comfortable here because this is familiar to me. You see what I'm saying? Women who have never had an orgasm. I hear this all the time. They don't want to have an orgasm because they don't know what's going to happen. It's the fear of the unknown. You know what I mean? The fear of the unknown will trap you because it will keep you from expanding. But you have to trust yourself in order to do that. And so if you don't trust yourself, then how the hell are you going to trust your partner to be careful with you, to be supportive with you in your most vulnerable moment, which is when you are orgasming, when you are in the throes of passion? You're not going to want that. And that's really what it really boils down to. I have a question for you guys. And hey, wife, what's going on? Welcome. And feel free now. I told you the seat is open. The seat is open, and you can always ask me a question. I have no problem with that at all. We are talking about the components of great, epic, hot-ass, dope-ass sex. That's what we're talking about, okay? And so matter of fact, let me just run down, the things that have to be a part of that dynamic, okay? First thing first is you definitely have to have chemistry. Chemistry is a motherfucker. Let me tell you why chemistry is a motherfucker. And I don't mean it literally like, it fucks mothers, but, it's something else. And the reason I say that is because people can easily confuse chemistry with compatibility. They're not the same. I mean, they're related. They're sisters. They're not identical twins. There's a difference between the two. And the difference between chemistry and sexual compatibility is this. Chemistry is something that's kind of innate. It's something that you feel. It's kind of like in your gut. You know what I mean? It's just this pull that you feel energetically with someone that is just instantaneously. Can you create chemistry? That's up. That really boils down to you and how open and willing you are to do that, as well as your partner, how open and willing they are to do that as well. Guillermo and Jody, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So when we're dealing with that, right, that component, that's your chemistry. But then you have your compatibility. Your compatibility really boils down to simply, if I'm into, let's say let's take a poll right quick. I won't even go here. If you are a person that is into more of a dark yet, what's the word I'm looking for, naughtier, kinkier side of sexuality, I want you to give me 6s. If you are more kind of light, playful, you more want intimacy and kissing and grabbing and touching, if that's who you are sexually, I want you to give me a 9. Because I want to kind of take the temperature in here. You know, who are you in the bedroom? Are you more of a slow burn, or are you a firecracker? Because there are 2 different types of intensities. We're going to talk about intensity next. So I show that we have a lot of slow burns here, meaning that, you know, you're Shaman saying, you know what, I'm both. Bump that. You need variety. You're my type of guy. That's what I'm talking about, because you're a switch. That means you can go either way. I can dig it. Absolutely. But there's always going to be one that's king, though. But it also, and I want you to think about this, okay? And if you agree with me, you know what I'm saying, I need some taps on the screen, because I need to make sure y'all with me. But has your temperament or your compatibility as far as the flavor, how you actually are sexually, with as far as the intensity, does that change from partner to partner? Or are you always sensual and slow and want that loving and that whole thing? Or are you kind of like, it just depends on the whole vibration that you get from your partner? So you change, Rhea. Okay. And that's cool. That's cool. You know, see, it depends on the partner and the vibration. Right. So what we do with ourselves in our bedrooms is energetically we box ourselves in, and we say, you know what? This is who I am sexually. I'm dominant. I'm loud. You know, I like to hang off the chandelier. You know, I want to do backflips off the headboard. This is who I am. And you jumping up and down, and you're telling people this is who the fuck I am. Then you get that one person that you didn't met your match, right? That one person that say, oh, I'm like that too. And then here we go. It's this whole dance that you have going on, right? Well, you done ran your mouth too much, and you start talking about all what you can do and all what you're gonna do. Hey, Justin, what's going on? Nick, what's going on? Welcome. And what you're doing is so you've hyped yourself up, right? You're hyping yourself up. I talk about this all the time. Matter of fact, in my book, Do Get Over Yourself, you know, silence is golden. Silence is actually sexy as hell. Think about the one person that tore your ass up. You didn't even see them coming. They didn't tell you anything about what they were going to do, how they were going to do it. They didn't have to do all that, right? Because it wasn't about the talk. Because you just never know who anybody is until you get in that situation with them. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand how that sexual chemistry is going to take off until you're in that position with them, you know? And so I say all that to say this. You can't put yourself in a box and say, okay, well, I'm really into, you know, all the spanking, and I'm into all the hair pulling, and I'm into, you know, being humiliated. I'm into, you know, being kissed on and rubbed on and squeezed, and I like to cuddle. And you can say that as a general, but just know that you can actually have a partner that may actually incite other things in you, things that you didn't know were there. I hate the cliche. Someone, you know, you say, "Hey, nobody to bring the freak out of you." I loathe that saying. I don't like it because I don't believe that anybody's bringing anything out of you. What it is that your comfortability level is higher with some partners than others. You don't feel as judged by some partners as you do with others. So we hold back, right? You allow That's what it's about, allowing. We have to allow ourselves and to be able to be free sexually. That's where those, and that's what, sometimes your energy is flowing a little bit more fluidly with others than not. You know what I mean? And so that's what it's about. Okay. So now I have a question for you all. Okay. When you have sex with someone, what is the first emotion that you feel? Think about this. Difficult question, but I want you to think about it. When you're having sex with somebody, what's the first emotion that you hear? Mike, what's going on, love? I see you. And Ebony, I'm sorry, boo. I see you, dog. What's going on? Y'all quiet. Y'all quiet. I mean, come on, sexual intellectuals. You can't leave me hanging like this now. Come on. Depends on the purpose. Focus. All right. So Shaman says that's focus, right? You're fully present. That's what you're going for, right, Shan? Let's do work. That's what you're okay. So determination is what I'm getting from CJ. Truth. Okay. So you want honesty. You want to just open, honest, delight. Okay. There we go. We're working on something here. Approach. All right. Good stuff. Cindy Lumpkins, welcome. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So because when I think about the reason I'm asking this, right, is because everyone has a different position from when they have sex, right? And so depending on where you are in your evolution of your sexuality, you know, your answers are going to reflect that, where you are in that headspace. So, for example, I'll give, you know, Shaman said, if I say, you know, focus. So what are you focused on is my next question. If that is the first thing that you experience, right? You're automatically going to focus mode. What are you focusing on? So okay. So for guys, it's mainly focus, dopamine, amplifying your feelings for the person. Look at you with the dopamine. I need to get. Let me go ahead and start you right quick. I'm gonna save that right now because you know about those hormones and those neurotransmitters. You know, and I like that. Definitely, you're definitely a sexual intellectual. I like that. You made me smile. Wow, fuck how you feel wants to take a seat. Y'all let somebody name fuck how you feel take a seat before y'all. This is something else. All right, let's go ahead and let's get it. All right, I'm letting you through. Hey, what's going on? Did you do that on purpose? Fuck how you feel?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. All right, want me to let you go, babe? I'll close you out, okay? He's like, nah, I wasn't trying to do that. Nah, but if you want to, come on back anytime now. Which I just see your eyeball, but hey there. All right.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, you did on purpose. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm about to close you out. You had to stop me. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I am awesome. I am awesome. So, Mister, are you trolling my Blab? Cause you are that ain't happening. All right. So fuck how you feel. Sorry about that. So you just jumped in. Have you heard where we are right now in the conversation so I can ask your opinion?
No.
Okay. So you just jumped on. Okay, I like you. You're just like, I'm here. Damn it. I'm just gonna jump on, and the rule is this: if you jump in the seat, you gotta be real. So no lying in that seat. So you gotta whatever we ask, it's just you gotta be totally honest. Okay? You down with that? You look like you kind of nervous. Don't be nervous. I promise. I don't ask nothing crazy. All right. So the question is, and Bianca, welcome. And oh gosh, broken camera, welcome. KT, welcome. And so you say how old his first hire? What did you say, Mike? Okay. So the question is this, okay? When you have sex, what is the emotion that you feel automatically? So some people say, you know, their first thing they do is they go into focus mode. Some people say they, you know, that the thing that they are expecting is like a truth, you know, the truth, or like the person to be totally transparent. They're looking for delight, you know, that's the emotion that they're looking to experience. What is it that you, when you have sex, are experiencing emotionally? off top?
I would say like focus, like somebody else said.
Focus, okay.
Yeah.
So what are you focusing on? And how old are you? You got a baby face. Mike got me worried. I can't be talking to minors now about these things, these grown up
Like,
things. I think you're old enough though. I'm messing with you, but I do want to age though. So how old are you?
mm,
Huh? What? How old are you?
19.
Oh, okay. You kind of loaded. Okay, now wait a minute. All right. So okay. So focus. What are you focusing on?
The movement.
The movement. So you're all about the actual technique. That's what you're
Yeah.
about. You're about
Yeah.
the actual activity itself. All right. So I want you to
Yeah.
take. I want to take you out of that. I don't want you to focus on
Oh,
that. Okay. I want you to tap
oh,
into what you're feeling, meaning this. Okay. Are you when you're dealing with your emotions sexually, are you into it because, is it more of a situation of, okay, you feel some type of connection, like you like them? Is it, I need to, I'm stressed out, what I'm saying, I just need to get me one off? I mean, what is your primary emotional state when you're actually having sex? That's the question that I'm looking to be answered. Hey, y'all sit still now, and definitely don't. I mean, you can always take a seat, so don't be scared. KT, what's going on? DJ, what's going on?
that's a kind of hard one to answer.
I know. That's why this show is sexually spiritual. I'm not gonna give you simple questions. I want you to dig deep. I want you to dig deep. So you feel the energy
Um,
right off the bat, Ebony. That's important. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to be able to tap into, that energy. See, sexual energy is something that we all have as our birthright. It's the most powerful energy in the universe, and it creates. It just doesn't create babies. It actually creates and gives birth to ideas, situations, experiences. So when you're having sex, let's say, for example, you're angry, right? So you have angry, fucked up sex. People always talk about that. Oh, there you go. All right. When you're having sex from that position, right? What do you think you're creating? You think you're creating something great and wonderful and pleasant and it's all daisies and flowers and roses? Chances are not. You're probably creating more dysfunction, more toxicity, more mess, more drama. You like to? Okay, you got to get on cam. You got to get on cam for that one. Come on, because I want you to explain this to me. Come on, girl. All right, it's coming up. I think there you go.
Girl,
Hey, boo.
I'm looking real crazy right now.
It's okay. It's okay. It's we all family. We all family. It's all love. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's okay.
Okay.
so so explain to me why you like to have angry sex.
Oh, no. I wasn't saying I like to have angry sex.
Oh, okay.
For it to be pleasurable and, like the unicorns and stars and
the sprinkles and, and the glitter. I got you. She wants to see glitter, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to see all that. Okay, so my question to you is this. And this is my question to you. What has to be present in order for you to feel that the sexual energy is right, in order for you to let yourself go to that level where you get to the unicorns and the glitter and the sprinkles and, all that wonderful stuff that you like to see once you hit that you hit that high note, basically?
Mm-hmm. I would have to say that it's an emotional thing. It has to be a connection. Mm-hmm. There has to be, something that both of you connect on, have that feeling, and it's really a spiritual thing. It's a connection that you both have. So it's more so that, to me, that will give me that to make me open up.
Gotcha. So for you, let me just make sure I'm going to make sure I'm understanding you. So for you, there's layers to it. Before you even get to the physical, there's certain prerequisites, basically, like the mental and the emotional. That has to be met. So it trickles down to the physical, and then you're just like open sesame. That's what I'm getting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sexual intellectuals that are in the chat, if you agree with her, give her some props because I want to see who's all on that same page. Is that where you get your unicorns and your glitter? Men, I don't know what you call it. For us, it's unicorns and glitter. Men, I don't know. I don't think y'all get unicorns and glitter and stuff, but I mean, what is it that has to be big for you? Yeah, CJ's like, I ain't got no unicorns and glitter. Like, I'm cool. Well, what is it, CJ? Shoot, I'm trying to balance this thing out. You gotta help me. He said, respect for the other partner, a wanting to be with that individual, and an understanding of both needs, not just one. Carl, go ahead and get a seat. Stop playing now. Come on up here.
Perfect.
Come on up here.
Paige.
Yes, boo.
The way you pronounce my name is Antigone, and I know that's probably why you didn't say.
That's why I didn't say your name. I was like, I'm not gonna mess it up. I'm not gonna do it because I hear people mess my junk up. Okay, so Antigone, that is beautiful though. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was like, it can't be Antigone, and I just refuse to believe that that's what it is. So we're not gonna say it because we're not gonna mess that up. Okay, I got you, girl. Carl, I'm waiting for you. Get on up here. You can't just be spitting great stuff like that in the chat and then just stay down there and stuff. I need some testosterone up here. Some mature testosterone, because I think the first testosterone wasn't ready for sexually spiritual. There we go. My guy, Mike, is in the building. All right, gonna pull this on. And for those who are watching and you're out in, Cyberland, because I see you watching, but you're not able to chat, you're not able to get on, log into your Twitter. And then type in.
I'm getting ready to be a wallflower.
Okay, boo. Bye. Thank you, doll, for coming. Absolutely. Thank you.
All right,
bye, girl. No, he gonna call it Antigone anyway. You ass. I'm gonna beat you. Terrible. What's going on, Mike?
Nothing, man. Get my day started at 7:37 a.m. here.
I just love you for being here. That's all I got to say. You definitely. Hey, I just bow down to you. You all the way. Do you guys know where he's at? Like, this is like, if you look at the little map in the chat, right? You see the little dots way over there? That's Mike. That ain't none of us. Somebody else might be over there with you. I see 2 dots. But yeah, Mike is way in Dubai. So, definitely prop him up just for coming on, showing love and, and vibing with fellow sexual intellectuals. We need this type of conversation. So, Mike, when we talk about the unicorns and the sprinkles and the glitter, what is it for men? That ultimate orgasm, that ultimate connection, when you're able to kind of let yourself go and really, really take it there. What is that like for you? Can you express it in words?
In words?
It's like facial expressions, maybe.
Had to block that sun from coming in.
Maybe some facial expressions. I don't want no facial expressions. Like, I ain't gonna be able to, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just fall out. So don't do it to me, okay? Just
my favorite expression is shit, yo.
I gotta prop you up on that one. I gotta prop you up on that one.
Look here, mom. What the fuck?
And Carl, you're terrible for that. You are so wrong. Unicorn, sparkles, and glitter sounds like gay pride. I'm gonna put you in timeout.
Exactly.
That's what I'm putting you in, Carl.
I don't do all that unicorns and sprinkles. Listen, man. It's like Antigone say.
Stop, Antigone. She gonna get you. I'm telling him to leave you alone. Antigone.
Okay.
Antigone.
That is.
There we go.
I know how to say your name. I heard you say it the first time. I was just being an asshole.
That's him. That's him welcoming you to Blab. That's basically what that is.
But it has to be a connection. It has to be like it can't be. Like, I've had this guy, one of my homeboys. Mm-hmm. The best sex he's ever had was from a one night stand. I was like, that's cool. But what you have to understand is, even with a one night stand, if you connect, like spirit, I don't know if it's spiritual. I don't know what. Okay, so I'll tell you a story, right? Okay. I met this. I'm at this, what was this? A freaking New Year's Eve party. And I don't know nobody on this web, so I'm just going to tell you anyway.
This guy. Rochelle, what's going on? Welcome, Sexual Intellectual. Good to see you. Go ahead.
She's from London. She's been here for about 6-7 months, her and her family. And never really paid any attention to her. How about whatever? 1
second, Noah. Give me a moment. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh. Hey, they be killing me, like coming in the room and then jumping in the room.
Don't know what's going on. Just jump
What's
on.
conversation about? I don't know.
I'm just here. It's like how you feel coming back. Y'all gotta wait. Go ahead, Mike.
And so with this New Year's Eve party, and again, I've seen her like in passing for the last 6 months, but it was just a hide and by thing, never really a big deal. And then at the party, I bumped into her, like, and I was like, yo, you kind of nice. Like, okay, you have to understand when men bump into you, like, we don't really bump into you, but we try to bump into you, like, on purpose. So I bumped into her, and I was like, yo. So she was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, yada, yada, yada. We exchanged, the little, how you doing? But then I bumped into her again. She was like, listen, if you're going to feel me, just feel me. I was like, oh, okay. So I give her a hug, right? And I reached around and I grabbed that thing that was behind. Yeah, alcohol was involved.
Yeah, losing those inhibitions, right?
Yeah, so I reached around and I grabbed that thing. She sat on, and I was like, oh my God. But even more than that, though, right? It was like some spark happened, and I was like,
just something.
What the fuck just happened, yo? And she was like, I don't know, but I feel it too. I was like, listen, we finna have to, hey, we can't do this. They kill folks over here for shit like this. I'm good. I said, yo, whatever it is, we're gonna have to leave it there. Cause listen,
yeah,
like that was the best hug I've ever had in my life.
So did you like kind of just like felt the energy? Like it was just like,
I was like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Yeah,
I've had a kiss that I just was like, okay, like I'm just gonna run after him and just go with him, like like God, it's like it's like one of those things where it's like that's gonna be trouble. Like I'm just gonna leave that where it's at. That's gonna be too heavy. Yeah, I don't know what that is over there, but
really good drug shit that if I try it once, that I'm gonna have to have it for the rest of my life. So I'm just gonna let you with my mediocre that But yeah, man, for it to be that kind of amazing, I think that you two have to be connected, and you two want to have to put forth an effort to make it that amazing.
Absolutely.
And it happens. It happens. I mean, it happens. I've had it where it was this one chick that I dated. I swear, I don't know. I don't care how many boyfriends she's had. I don't care how many girlfriends I've had. I don't care how deep into a relationship we are in. If we see each other, it's on sight. Period.
That's why you have to avoid them, and you can't be friends with them. You can't do none of that. You be like, nah.
She ain't on Twitter, Instagram, nothing.
like, yeah, they gotta stay. You gotta stay in my pay. I gotta make sure you stay back there, because
I'm telling you, she would mess up everything that I got going on right now. And I would let her.
With pleasure, right?
I was like, yo, Ma, like, it's unicorn and glitter and sparkles and all kind of shit moving around every time, yo. Like, I met her in college. Like, in college. We freaking freshmen. And from day one, I was like, I can't mess with you. You got me skipping classes. Like, I'm skipping tests. I'm skipping finals. I cannot mess with you, yo. You are killing me.
Do you believe that? Let me ask you a question, though, because that's interesting that you say that, right? Do you feel that with you? Let's say, for example, right? If you understood the energy, right? Let's say you're all in with the energy, right? Not just on the level of the sprinkles and unicorns and all that, right? But do you think you could have honed in, you and her, if you understood how, or you had the tools at the time to hone in on that sexual energy, to transmute it, to transform it, to direct it, to create something major outside of just the unicorns and the do you think you would have went there to try it out to see what you could have did with something that powerful?
I tried. Yeah.
Give me some 5 on it. Give me
Listen.
what are you talking about?
Okay. So I have to tell you like who I am, like what kind of guy I am up front, right? So I'm the kind of guy that if you and I ever was to interact, I would make sure you get where you're going first, and then I would get where I'm going last. That's the gentleman in me, I guess. I don't know. So
Well, I know the women are swooning. Like, that is so nice. That is so wonderful. That is just a great thing. Teach others. Do seminars, Michael.
No. I'll tell you why. So I was a young kid, right? I was sexually active a bit earlier than I should have been, and I was about 12, and she was about 16, and I'll tell you my very first day of the action, right? So she was like, "Come on, all the other boys do it, so just let me show you." I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. Yeah, 12. I know. Listen, what you have to understand is a group.
How grade was I in at 12? I was in the 7th grade. Were you the 7th grade?
Listen. Let me explain myself. What you have to understand is
don't judge me. I'm sorry.
I grew up in a very urban environment, and I was exposed to sex at a very, very early age, right? And so even at 12, I could have done it before then, right? But at 12, I was 6'1". And so while I'm 12, exactly, I'm telling people I'm 16.
You now, Mike? Shit.
Like 6'5". Thank God I slowed down.
That's so wild.
Listen, thank God I slowed down, because this is my progression. At 12, I wore a size 12 shoe. At 13, I wore a size 13 shoe. At 14, I wore a size 14 shoe. At 15, I wore a size 15 shoe. And
your
it just
mama was
going.
probably just like, Lord, just let him stop growing. Please let him stop growing.
Oprah, Donald Trump, anybody that was getting any kind of message, like, hey, listen. My mom was like, boy, listen, you're going to be going to school barefoot, because I can't keep buying these shoes.
So funny. Hold on. You're 6'9" or 6'5"? I'll make sure I heard the number correctly.
6'5".
Okay, because she said 6'9". I was like, you're a fucking giant, dog. Like, I mean, you're already a giant already, but okay.
I'm 6'5".
Okay.
285.
Solid. Not my dog. Give me some.
Yeah. But
let me just say this, okay? I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I could be a little bit more fluid, in my own space. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me just say this, okay? Just off the cuff, I just want to thank everybody here that is here, that is watching the replay, that is slid through, because this is the hardest topic to talk about, sex. So the fact that you're willing and you're able to actually have an open dialogue about it, and at the same time we can still be very down to earth about it. Like ain't got no candles lit, no shit, ain't no low lights, ain't no goddamn lingerie. We got to take that shit out of sex.
Although that would be a nice look.
Yeah, I know. I was told a couple weeks ago that I lack sex appeal in regards to my brand, and I thought that was hilarious.
Who said that?
Somebody on Facebook. That's all. I mean, somebody.
You lack sex appeal? Then apparently they don't know what that is, baby.
That's what I said. I don't know what you think this is. I mean, okay. I was like, okay, that's nice. That's interesting.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, and that's what I guess that's I'm so loud with sexuality. I'm very loud with sexuality because I want us to get out of that idea of what sex is in regards to, as a woman, I should be talking very sultry, very low and very seductive. And that's not real life. Sex is real life.
Yeah. Like I'm loving this red hair, yo. Like you didn't buy that. Like that's you.
This is all the girl. I mean, L'Oreal had a hand in it, but It's
Of
me.
course. Just be authentic. That's what I mean. And again,
Absolutely.
people define sexuality or see sexy in their own objective, and so
Absolutely.
maybe you don't fit his category of sexy or her category of sexy. But me,
it wasn't no her. I don't think no chick would be bold to tell another female she ain't got no sex appeal. I just think that'd be kind of awkward. Like, how do we even get to that conversation? You know, like, what? Why are you? I'm not trying to be sexy for you anyway, boo. You're not my demographic to be sexy for. I'm just saying, you know. But
yeah, I tried to make that connection because I was like, listen, it's like this every time.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's the issue? And she was like, well, I don't know. I don't think I can deal with this.
It was overwhelming for her.
She was like, listen. She was like, I don't know what you do to me, but this shit is so intense that I can only have it in short spurts.
Yeah, it was definitely overwhelming.
Like, the same for me. So, but I mean, all right. So, college over with. I just go home for a visit. She lives in the next state. Mm-hmm. Well, one of my classmates will live in the next state. I just go visit him. Who do I see? No, it wasn't. No,
it wasn't her.
No, it was her. I'm like, okay. What you doing? Nothing. What you doing? I'm supposed to be meeting Marcus, but that plane just got canceled. Let's go.
That's it.
Like it wouldn't even. It was like after we finished. So how's your boyfriend? He's okay.
Damn. So y'all always the ones that cheat on whoever you're with each other. Basically, that was y'all. It just didn't matter. It's like whoever. I forgot I was in a relationship instantaneously.
Listen.
While I was with them.
Like when I got married, so she was like, "What are you doing?" I heard. Listen. The night before I got married was the wildest night of my life. Oh my gosh.
AJ, what's good? What's good? Welcome, love. Go ahead. So
one of her friends, she gets the message that I'm getting married. And at the time, I was in Texas, but the wedding was in Alabama. She was in New York, I think. And one of her friends sent her the picture of the invitations or something, right? Somehow, during my bachelor party, she got in contact with my best man to find out where we were.
That's deep.
Hold on. So we at this hotel. It is me, my best man, and a few other guys. And I get a knock on the door. It was like, hey, anybody order room service? They was like, nah. So I was like, all right, I get it. I open the door. Trench coat and lingerie. Y'all got to go.
It's over. Shut the whole fucking bachelor party down.
So I'm still single.
It ain't official yet, huh?
I'm still single. You single until you're married. I'm still single.
I like how you did it, single until you're married. Like, let's make sure we compartmentalize this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
That is
fellas, listen.
Yeah, he's still married, Rhea. It sounds a little thoughtish.
Hey.
What? On whose part are you talking about? On my part. Dang, Mike, you said you activities was a little thoughtish on your profession.
Man, listen, I don't give a shit. I ain't asking you to judge me. I'm just telling you what it is.
I'm just telling you the story, huh? Ain't it right, Mike?
Yeah, man.
I'm just telling you the story.
Yeah, man. So that wedding night was like,
she getting you back for calling her auntie gone. That's all that is.
I don't give a shit if she goes to me or not. I'm good. Auntie gone. Yeah, man.
Oh shit! So let me just stop for a second because I'm supposed to be done in 5 minutes, and y'all gonna make me have a 2-hour show, and I'm not doing that. Damn it! I said an hour and stuff and shit and stuff. So let me just get this last little point out. Let this shit roll. But let me just say this, okay? Okay. What I was gonna say, because I done lost all my. He look at you like he having flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah, man.
You think that's what happened in it? It was a flashback. You know, so major liver quiver. I understand. I know them faces be like, you be like, whoa, wait a minute. I had one I called my drug of choice.
Rainbow glitter and unicorn face shit. Hold up.
Right there. All that. I had one I called drug of choice. So I get it. I understand. You know, but but you can't do but my drug of choice was just a whore. So, you know, you can only you can only do so much with somebody that you don't want to take out in public because too many people already know them, and you're just like, nah.
So mom, sister, my whole family love her. Like they keep like, right?
That's dope.
Yeah. Why didn't you marry her? I was like, listen, she don't want to marry me. I can't make somebody marry me. Like I can't make her marry me. I want her to, but I can't make her.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, like the sad part, right? Her father passed, and like, so when we were in college and shit, she stayed in Mississippi. She's from Mississippi. I went to school in Mississippi, so she would be like, "Hey, I cooked this, and this. You don't have to eat the dorm food. Come eat." Like I would go eat with the family. Like everybody knew me. Like I was just a part of the family. Like, but they didn't. I mean, I guess they had to know what was going on between us, but it was just never a relationship.
It was like officially unofficial.
Yeah, man, but it was the dopest relationship ever.
You know why though? Because I think that, and this is the thing when it comes to titles. I'm glad you brought that up. I think that in some instances, titles really limit you and your potential to create and just be free in a relationship because you have an idea kind of a concept of what that's supposed to look like. You know what I mean? So if you have a concept of, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, boyfriend, you think, okay, a boyfriend supposed to do da-da-da, girlfriend supposed to do da-da-da, wife. You have these certain things in your mind socially. You know what I'm saying? Unless you've worked through that, you've unlearned those things and you define them for yourself. But for most of us, we kind of have like this thing in our mind of what we think it's supposed to look like. When you take those titles, when you strip it, then you allow it to breathe and be authentic in this freeing because of the fact that you're not limited. Right. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm saying? You're actually able to go beyond that and make it whatever it is. And it's cool. You know, it flows and it works.
I mean, when I said the dopest relationship I've like, and it was what, 2.5 years? Like, hey, what you doing? Nothing. All right, so like I was a football player, right? And we would complain that, you know, when we wash our clothes, it would either fade, shrink, like the clothes, like we in this dorm and like the washing is terrible. Mm-hmm. And so every week, like clockwork, baby, where's your clothes? You can't do this and not be my. I was like, yo, what?
You can just not be my girl. What are you trying to do to me, huh?
Listen, you gotta understand. When I say like I'm for real, like we're on football scholarship, but the food in the cafeteria is horrible. Everybody knows this, and so everybody in the room, like, bro, what she bring you today? Man, that ain't none of your business, yo.
Waiting for your plate.
Ask her to bring something for me. No, bro.
That's
she
so
brings
funny.
it for me. And then you got to a point where she was bringing it for me and my roommate. And my homeboy was like, bro, what are you doing? Why is she not? I was like, dude, she don't want to be my girl. I can't make her be my girl, but I'm not going to push her away.
Right. Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
So you made an interesting point, okay? Do you feel that part of the inability to contain her, in a sense, made her more appealing to you?
Probably. Like you know we want stuff that don't want us. You know that. That's like a part of us. Like you want something that you can't have. And so she kept telling me, no. But you keep showing up to, like, why do you keep coming to me? Like you're telling me no, right?
The ultimate mind fuck. Absolutely. That's exactly what's going on. Like it is. You know,
keep unicorn and glitter and like
keep it away, huh?
Like, what are you doing? Like, you cannot get me hooked to this kind of drug and then walk off. You can't do that.
Yeah, you know, but that's the funny thing about, you know, and that's interesting because let's bring another dynamic into this, okay? And cheating, right? Why do you? I have a thing about cheating. I think that people cheat because of the fact that they feel trapped. They feel that because there is and how can I put it? There is some type of expectation on them that you can't do this. You're putting a can't on somebody, right? And by nature, we're rebellious, you know. And you might want to just tip over into the cookie jar a little bit, you know, grab a couple cookies and come back to your regular cookie jar just because they said you can't go in that cookie jar. It may not have nothing to do with the fucking cookies. Cookies might suck. Don't even matter, right? But it's just the principle of somebody telling a grown-ass person what they can and cannot do. So my question to you all is this. If the stigma was removed, right? If there was a conversation that was had that said, if you decide that you want to have sex with somebody else, just let me know. And that'll be cool. Would that lessen your desire to want to engage with somebody else sexually? Because the thrill is not there. There's no temptation really there now because it's like a thing of, you know, it's a small thing to a giant, basically. Would that remove that temptation from it? Or do you think that would enable you to go ahead on and say, all right, fuck it, then. Let's go ahead and, you know, I'm going to go ahead and see what I can pull and see if this is really real. Do you think it's a test? Or would you, you know, how would you handle that?
Well,
and I want everybody to chime in. Yeah, if your wife told you that, you know what, I understand. Wait. Your wife told you, I understand that pussy is just like new shoes to me. I understand that. And I know that you don't want to wear this shoe all the time. You've been wearing this shoe for X amount of years. Sometimes you might want to try on a new pair of shoes. I give you a pass, but you have to be honest with me and tell me that's what you want to do before you do it. What would your response be to that?
I'm good.
Why? What would that be your response? See what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen?
Bro. What up, Doc?
Hey, doctor, what's going on, love?
Hey, man. She done pulled that shit on me before. Hey, I have a question. I'm like, what's up, baby? What do you think about open marriage? I said, who is it open to? Like, you know, listen, I'll play that stupid shit to a T.
I'm done. Cause you want
like, yeah, what do you mean open? Like, you know, like if, how do I put this? Open in case where you'd be able to be with whoever you want to be with. And I'll be able to be who I want to be with.
Oh, she threw herself in there too, huh? I thought she was just going to just make it all about you. I thought they got to take a sip off that.
Of course. Because, see, this is the thing. Yeah,
my brother. Set up, CJ?
My dude is on it, bro. My dude is on it. Because I was like, hold on. Who are you trying to fuck?
Who you got in mind, huh?
Who you, listen. Ain't shit slick to a can of oil, baby. You can't pour this shit on me. Who you trying to fuck? That's all.
Man, I can't.
There's nothing slick to a can of oil, baby. I've been hustling since I was 12. I know what the game is. So you're going to bring it to me thinking that I'm going to jump on it. And as soon as I say yes, hey, Bill, he said, let's go.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah. Now,
I'm done. I'm so done.
What I will say is this. I don't know. I can't tell you what. I don't know if it's Bill, Chris, Billy, Joe, Bob. I don't know who it is.
Thanks, Billy, Joe, Bob, really?
But yeah, I was like, hold on. Who are you trying to fuck? No. You got it wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I said, no. Come on with it. Like if you want to do it, I'm a guy. So let me just say this.
Mm-hmm. Let me hear it.
Paige, you married?
No. I'm spiritually married, but I won't do it legally. Can I answer your question? No, I won't do it legally. Cause see that element you talk about with your drug of choice, that freedom aspect. I enjoy my freedom aspect. I can't be contained. You can't get me full time on any day.
See,
It ain't
you the
happening.
asshole that I had in college. You ain't no asshole. You put that butterfly and unicorns and glitter shit. But like, okay, baby, I'll call you maybe.
You know, sprinkle. You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
I may call you back, but I don't know yet. So we'll see.
Make you sweat a little bit. You know? Yeah. All my exes, prior to the guy that I'm with, they all said that they never thought they had me 100%. They always felt like it was somebody else. Say, I never felt like you really cared.
That ain't good though. Why you got folks feeling like that and shit, yo?
It wasn't intentional, but this is the thing too, Mike. I gotta keep it real. And I want to say this to everybody, right? Be honest with yourself. And when I say be honest with yourself, I'm talking about your partner. I don't care what somebody says, their actions show you who they are. So if you're someone that is promiscuous, you can't do anything to convince me that you're not, because I see how you move. So I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I got an ex who used to say this: game is for those who listen. And I use that all the time. Game is for those who listen. You can't give me that, but you move in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, Mike, but you can't never spend the night at my house. I stay by myself. Why you can't spend the night? Oh, because you gotta take your nephews. You gotta take your nephews to school every morning. What they gotta do with you getting up in the morning? They gonna take them. I'm stopping you from doing that.
Cause he married.
You something. You ain't it here. So what am I gonna do with you? I'm gonna fuck you, feed you, and set you free. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck you, feed you, set you free.
Damn it, where you been?
Unicorn, team unicorn here. My dude be like, you
yeah, that's what I said on the feed part. Like, hold on.
I do it for me. I don't do it for the guys. I like cooking, so you just, I like people to eat my food. I enjoy that. That's part of who I am. This ain't about me, damn it. How we got on me? Shoot. Okay, back to the show. Damn. I always get me like this on goddamn Blab. That's why, see, this is a trick. No, but I'm just saying, like this is the thing, right? Okay, and that's why I like talking about sexuality, because I do think that there is disparaging amount of misconceptions about feminine sexuality. There's huge. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
And of course, there are double standards that we can do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give you the biggest one. Women can't have sex with a whole bunch of men because we can't handle it. And, we are attached to every person that we have sex with. So we got all these spirits running around in us. Not that y'all don't, because y'all don't get attached to nothing. It's just only women because, we're the socket, you're the plug. So, everything runs through us, but nothing happens to you energetically during sex. And, because of that, we have to be more chaste. We have to be we have to be more choicey and more protective over who we have sex with. Meanwhile, you don't have to really care about who you have sex with at all, because energy falls off y'all back like water on a duck's back. You know what I'm saying? It just bounces off you. Energy don't do nothing to men, so y'all can do what y'all want to do. That's the myth. Not saying it's true. That's the myth. Yeah. And this is the thing about it. I'm gonna give y'all some sex history right quick. Okay. Back in ancient times, this is prior to religion, right? The women, right? Women were actually, it was understood that the vagina is the gateway to the unseen, to transformation. It is the divine gateway to I guess you could say God, creation, to oneness, right? So What they did in ancient times was they actually had temples where you had women that were called the Hore. The Hore were actually like high priestess of sexuality. And what they did was they healed through sex, through penetration. Because remember, you have the vagina, the gateway. The penis is the actual traveler, it's the wanderer. He's trying to get to consciousness. You get there through sex. That's why sexual energy is so high. That's why when you're having sex, when you have completely lose yourself, and you open yourself up to something so much greater and bigger than yourself. You feel it. You just don't know what the fuck it is, right? In ancient times, they knew what it was. So what they would do was they would use women because they understood that that was the gateway, to the divine, to ultimate consciousness. And they would heal through sexual pleasure. It was actually to the point where before women got married, they would spend days in the temple with the high priestess or the hore to learn sexual acts. So that way they would be able to perform and be able to satisfy and become that oracle or that gateway for their partner. But what happened was women, and they were high esteemed women. They weren't like, whores and harlots and, what they would make you think of what women who are actually sexually free and open up with their sexuality were. They were high women of society. And what happened was when religion swept through, they said women had too much power. They didn't like it. They didn't like it. It was threatening to manhood. When in actuality, men understood it. It was no problem for the men. It was no problem for the women. But some people just didn't like it. And they're the ones that had, the conquering attitudes and guns and etc. So what happens? They take over, and then the hore becomes whore. The actual, that's why and then also that's where you get the horoscope from. The hore, because she was very, very in depth of astrology and astrology. So you get the horoscope from there. You got hour, which is why prostitutes charge you by the hour. It all comes from that. It goes really, really deep. The rabbit hole goes so deep. And what happens is now you have a lot of shame when it comes to sexuality with women. So it's like if you have these impulses to be sexual, how you were talking about your drug of choice, how she was so sexually free with you, right? You had no problem with that because it was something, it was energetic. You know what I'm saying? You didn't judge her for that. It was just it was what it was, right? But you have to have an open mind and have a higher understanding in order to know that. But if you are groomed, if you are told all your life that women are supposed to be a particular way, virginal even, and what that virginal thing is shutting down your pathway to the divine. That's shutting down your connection to your feminine power, which creates, because that's what men do through women. You create through us. Hence the penetration. So if I'm shutting that down, then you're not able to initiate creation. You know what I'm saying? Now we are in constant. We're not able to be in sync. We're not able to be in tune. We're not able to merge the energy that is actually what's going to create something that is so beyond us, because we're caught up in what we were groomed by society to feel sex is supposed to be used for, which is only to procreate or have recreational sex. That's why I do this show. Because the shit gets very, very deep. And the more that I can talk about this stuff and demystify it, because when people see sexually and spiritual together, they're like, they don't go together. How the hell you have sex and spiritual together? Like, what? You can't do that. That's the most sex is the first spiritual act that you actively partake in your life.
Listen.
Catch that dirt. That's what it is.
You got a class or something, right? You just school the shit out of me, yo. I'm like,
absolutely. I mean,
but this ain't no like side, little hustle thing. Hey,
no, I'm a student of this shit. Like I was put on this earth to shift the dynamic in the culture of how we interact with ourselves sexually and how we view sexuality. Just how we're having this conversation right now, we should be able to have conversations about sex openly without any problem, without having to send the children to bed. And the children need to know this, because what we do is we shame them. No. Let me explain what I mean by that. If we start genital shaming our children, then they would have healthier body images. You understand what I'm saying? When children, we automatically are going to explore our bodies. We're going to touch ourselves or whatever. And if you're told, okay, you're not supposed to touch that, that's gross. You give the cute little names like pee and wee and cookie and all that. You don't say this is your vagina, this is your penis. You don't just call it what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? If you baby it, then what's going to happen is the world going to school your kids on their body. I don't think nobody want the world to school their kids on what the fuck their body is. What the world taught your ass? You know what I'm saying? What did your friends teach you? What did pornography teach you? And how did that shape, you know what I'm saying, how you dealt with sexuality? So it's not about it being, it's all about presentation. Of course, age appropriate. I'm not saying you go out and, you watch porno with your 5-year-old and say, okay, so this is how it goes. No, I'm not saying anything like that. But we do have to keep it in perspective to understand that sex is as natural as breathing. It's your natural birthright to have sexual desire. There's nothing to be shameful about. There's nothing to be, to hide from. That is just naturally who we are. That is our means of creation, first and foremost. That's all it is.
I don't know, but since we didn't, dove deep into this, what a woman really is. No, seriously. What do you think about this? Has marriage distorted or changed how a woman's supposed to naturally act then?
Absolutely.
Because when you're married, right, you can only have one guy.
That's
now listen, I'm all for
he all right there. What's going on? You all right over there? He wiping up on the eyebrow. He got like underbrow sweat and stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if I want to ask this question right now, but fuck it, I'm gonna ask the goddamn question. Go ahead, what's the question, Mike?
I'm just asking. I don't know. Shit. What was I asking you?
Marriage and being with one person.
Yeah, has it changed? Like, what's your take on marriage or today's society on marriage?
I think that just keeping it all the way funky. Marriage, is just really more so about property. Who can get what? You know what I mean? It's about possession. And unfortunately, what has happened with marriage, rather than it being something energetic and being about becoming one and recognizing you in another person, that's what real marriage is supposed to be about. And rediscovering or remembering who you are through your mate energetically. We've turned this into possession as far as things, you know what I mean, and having rights to things, which is fine, right? Because we live in a world where this is a physical plane. But does marriage, as far as the concept of what marriage is in its true building and meshing and how it's supposed to come together, does that match with the social, legal ramification / physical realm of what they call it, or what is ruled by maritime law, if you want to be technical? No, I don't agree with it. I think it's necessary if you look at it from a standpoint of this is business. You're not basing marriage off of, okay, we love each other and we're not trying to build shit together. We just love each other. We're going to prove to the world we love each other. And that's just it. Like, that ain't good enough. Because then what happens is you become energetically trapped because you're with somebody based on an illusion of love. Because a lot of people don't even know what the hell love is. So then we have to tackle that. You know what I'm saying? What are you really basing while you're in a relationship with a person? People love you as long as you're doing what the fuck they want you to do to coddle them and to fill a void. That's when people love the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not, right, then what happens? You stop taking out trash. You stop, telling her she's beautiful. You stop doing all these things. Is she still gonna be sweet and nice to your ass? Because that's love, right? So people say, it's unconditional. I think that love, when you talk about in human form, because I think that only time that you really can have unconditional love is with children as a parent. I think because no matter what the fuck they do, they're your child for most people. Correct for Rogue, but that's your child no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Your child act bad as fuck, whatever. It don't mean that you don't love them no more because they act bad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You might punish them. There might be consequences too, but you still love them. But let your mate do some shit, act bad as fuck. She might get to go. She might got to go. It's like, man, no, I can't deal. I can't deal with this. You know what I'm saying? DJ, all right, you have a good night, and make sure you stop by. I meant to have my link ready for next week, but yeah, next week Wednesday at 10:00. Okay. So short answer. I think that marriage has its place because we are on a physical realm. But do I feel that it is necessary? Is it something that you have to do in order to prove your commitment level? Absolutely not. No, I don't think so. And I'm sorry, I didn't even really answer your question. Your question was really about being with one person, energetically, how that plays on the actual spiritual process of with women as far as being the gateway. That's what you're talking about. So sorry.
Yeah.
It went over my head for a moment, but I'm back to it.
Listen, don't worry about it. As long as you spitting this, like
Yes.
this elixir that you spitting, I'm good, yo.
Appreciate it. Thank you much. Thank you. Yeah, but in actuality, in ancient times, marriage was frowned upon. To become a wife was not something that was sought after. Because husband actually meant to be house bound, because the man is the king of his home. He's God of his home. So therefore you have to serve your man. So therefore you're not serving the universe anymore, because now you are limited and restricted to just that man. So in ancient times, yes, that was something that was not, that wasn't a goal. That wasn't something like how today in society, right? It's like, you ain't got no ring, then nobody wants your ass, and that's wrong, and everybody want a ring. It wasn't like that back then. But to the credit of where we are right now, I wouldn't sit around and tell everybody, okay, well, fuck marriage, this and that, because you have to be at a certain level of consciousness in order to understand those concepts. So just because you are a woman, just because your vagina is a gateway, doesn't mean that you understand the energy that you possess. It does not mean that you understand your feminine power either. So I'm not going to sit here and tell all women, okay, well, just go ahead on and open sesame in its train season. I'm not saying that either. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep it in perspective.
I like that.
That's train season, because you're the gateway. I mean, there has to be some type of discretion here. It has to be. Mark, what's going on? Y'all think I'm crazy on it. I'm 8 more minutes, damn it, and I'm gone now, because I said 1 hour, and we went over that. I'm sorry, people that's watching the replay. I really was trying to make this short for y'all, but it ain't happening.
Listen, ain't no making this short, man. But the reason I asked, right? The reason I asked is here it is. I'm this, I don't know, 6-7-year-old guy, right? Okay. And like my grandfather was like the biggest role model that I had. Mm-hmm. And we would go on this drive to the country, right? Then he would pull up at his house, and all of the kids at the house dropped what they're doing, ran and came and gave him a hug. Right. He walks in the house. He said, "We just play outside, boy. I'll be right back." So I'm playing outside. Listen.
I'm with you. It's gonna be interesting.
Listen. So he has a farm out there, but on the farm there's this house. This house has this family inside of it. I love him to death, right? But he was able to take care, we think of 3 families of what we know of. Mm-hmm. And like, it was nothing, he gone, like, okay, so he has about 1, 2, 3, 4 farms. He has farms, like where he just corn, different things. There are different parts of Alabama. So he would just go one day, he'd go check on the corn. One day he'd go check on this. One day so he's always moving. He always come back home at the end of the day, but he always moving. So he always going to check. So as a kid, we would be like, yo, hey, did you go granddad over there? Like, yeah. But you can't talk to them girls though, because now we get like 16, 17-year-olds, right? And we like, yo, Pop, what them chicks that we was hanging with when we was kids? Nah, but you can't. Boy, go find something to do.
Cause them y'all relatives.
And so,
she's so terrible.
When he got sick, right? Grandma was like, "Baby, I know about that." Hey, she was like, "What? That's a man, baby." I was like, "What you mean?" She was like, "Baby, do you think I'm stupid?" Granny not stupid. She was like, "I love that man for what he do for me." And if he's able to do that for everyone else, or if he's able to do that for somebody else, right? He's able to provide what he provides for us, but making sure that this one is provided for first, then baby, why would I say anything? Why would I not let him do that? And I was like, yo.
Blowed your mind, huh?
I'm like, yo. She was like, baby, listen. He is to you, or he is to those children what he is to you. Why would you not want him to do that? Like, do you know how many people don't have access to a good man like that? And like, still to this day,
good night, doll. Thank you for sliding through.
When I say like, Granny is like you still can't say shit bad about Granddad. Like you can't, like she will cut your ass. Say something bad. Like, and I love my grandma, yo. Like, that was the first woman that I ever fell in love with. And so she was the one who taught me what love is. Like, Granny, oh my gosh. I will cut you, kill you, and bury you. Tell the judge I did it. And if he got a problem with it, I fuck him up too.
Damn.
Like, that's Granny.
Right.
And she was like, baby, listen, you have to let that man be a man. One day you're going to understand, because she was like, you just gonna one. She said, every time we always talk, the first thing she tell me, or the last thing she tell me is, baby, you understand, just keep living.
That's deep.
And I'm like, yo.
It's not uncommon though. That isn't. I heard that. I've heard that in a lot of those marriages that stayed together for a very, very, very long time. You know, we always want to base it in our generation, right? Oh, well, you know, back in the day, grandma stayed together for 30 years and they was together. They got secrets like a motherfucker. Like, you know, it's a game. Like,
those are not secrets, though. Like, that's why when you in the country and you try to meet somebody, the first thing they ask is, who your folks?
Try to make sure cousins don't make dozens.
I'll tell you the craziest thing, right? So we sit in my great-grandma's funeral. Right, funeral. So everybody's crying, right? Mm-hmm. And so me and we 16, 17, me and my older cousin, we 16, 17. So we were like, yo, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Ain't that stripper we was playing with last night? He was like, where? I was like, right there, look.
Nah.
He was like, nigga, why she sitting on the family side? I said, I
don't know. Got to be more careful.
He was like, yo.
Got to be more careful.
So then I go to my uncle. I said,
right, Rhea.
I said,
gotta interview better.
I said, hey, who is that? He was like, that girl over there? I said, yeah. Oh, well, that's Keisha. That's your cousin. Like, bro. He was like, you didn't. I was like, bro.
Close.
Listen, it was my granddad, and then it was my uncle. Like, my uncle is more like, he's closer to me in age. And so, like, when I say things, he get the implementation of what I'm saying. I was like, yo, he was like, no, you didn't. I said, like, we had a blast with her last night.
Shit. Boy, look. Yeah, you had to the country.
He was like, yo, I was like, I know it. I was like, damn, that's our cousin. So we just
you left the state, left the country.
What? Hell no. Listen,
hey, Michael, what's going on? You were too funny. My fault, I didn't. You know, you didn't know. I mean, it is.
Yeah, man, it was the most awkwardest funeral I had ever been to in my life. I couldn't even cry.
I'm fucking dead. Like, I'm gonna wrap everything up. I can't right now with Mike. But the components of, I ain't never get to the rest of the damn list. Listen, the components of great, epic, dope ass sex are as follows. Okay.
Yeah.
Emotion.
Let me write it down.
You gotta write it down. It's emotion, chemistry. He's too damn crazy. Intensity and power. Don't worry, we're gonna break each one of those down this month. Okay, so every Wednesday at 10, I will be here. Class will be in session, as some people like to say. And if you are not, Mike, please check your spam and confirm your email for the 1300th time, because you're not getting the book until you do it. Because I that's the good part about knowing who get on your damn list. You ain't confirmed the email yet, so you can't get it yet. So go to your spam and confirm. If you're not on my email list, please go to PaigeDiamond.com. You'll see the sign up section right there at the top. Go ahead and give me your email address and your name. You'll get access to my book, Sensual. I can't even talk about it. Sensual Playbook. It's 20 tips, techniques, and strategies in taking your bedroom from boring to banging. Things like, use your tongue, and I tell you how. There are tongue exercises in that book to strengthen your tongue muscle tone. Things like also your Kegels, how to do the Kegels. Doesn't include no, Rhea doesn't include a partner. I couldn't do it all, baby. I wish I could include a partner in the damn book. But it gets some juices flowing though, so when you get your partner, you know how to tear them down, and create some new things and some unicorns and some glitter. That's what the book is for. All the way down to telling you, how to pay for it. And it's very interesting how I tell you to pay for it. I think most people would definitely, to pay for it. That's all I'm gonna say. Ways to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Also,
like, you mean currency?
You gotta get you gotta get on the list and get the book. I'm not telling you, but that's one of the 20 tips.
I don't pay for nothing.
It's a lot of different things in here. Sexercise. I can go on and on and on. Fillate the fingers. Let your imagination run on what that may mean and what that is about. It's a lot of different stuff in here. So definitely get your copy. Getting a lot of people that are really, really loving it, even down to reinventing bathroom sex. And the book premise is to give you some different things to try, but then you tweak them and make them your own and create your own playbook. That is the premise. Remember, I'm always going to empower you to be your own sexpert on your own sex life. I don't want you dependent upon me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to empower you, to help you grow, so that way we can trade some goddamn notes. You can give me some shit to tell some motherfuckers to do. Shit, I got to always have all the damn answers. That's all I'm saying. All right, so go to PaigeDiamond.com. Like I said before, get you a copy of the Sensual Playbook. Also, if you are in the Fort Lauderdale area, I am actually hosting a couples play shop. If you're not in the Fort Lauderdale area and you want to come down, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you do. I'm hosting a couples play shop March 5th, just a couple weeks away. And we will be including the sexual with the spiritual. So we'll be doing yoga for two, Venus Kriyas, which I will be explaining what Venus Kriyas are, because that's something that's really, really dope. Also tantric meditation, pranic connection, energy flow and magnetism. We'll be doing all these different things, as well as activities to incorporate to deepen your connection, intensify your sexual energy, so that way you can harness it. Okay, I'm going to try, for individuals that are not able to attend, I'm going to try to possibly post a webinar, and see if I can, have that online for you. No, sorry, that does not come with a partner. Sorry, Rhea. If I had them lined up, I'll slide you one though. I really would. I promise. I'd be like, you know what? A girl Rhea over there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you treat her right. Hold her down. I would definitely do that. But I don't have them at my disposal like that. So I'm sorry. But seriously though, everything that I do here, in general, with my path, my life, it's just all about, just bridging that gap, sensual and the sexual. So I enjoyed everyone for just, sitting back, kicking it with me. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this recording. And if you aren't here, then you're going to miss, the after party. You're bad. All right. Later. Peace, passion, and pleasure.